All right. Well, good evening, ladies. We are about to start our week 5 Fear Buster homework challenge here.
Okay, I'm on mute right now.
You're
Can
not.
you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. So how'd you girls all do on the homework this week? I know, Heather, you probably didn't have a chance to do a whole lot.
I had started and yeah, I didn't. We had our meeting and I started and then no, I didn't get anything finished.
Yeah, it was a rough week for you. So
I didn't get mine finished either, so.
all right.
I'm not completely finished. I got some of it, but not 100% because of my activities going on too. Not as severe as Heather's, but.
All right, so we'll kind of go through the list and we'll see how well we did. So number 1 is Facebook posting 1 time every day. I think that most of us are doing that at least, posting on Facebook.
I was off Facebook. I went off Facebook for Pascha weekend. I only tried to post things about our Pascha, and then since I got sick, I didn't. Today, I think was the first time I was on Facebook in days, and I did not do any Plexus stuff. But I will start tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. All right, and how about number 2, doing at least 3 productive activities every day, income producing? How do we do on getting 3 income producing things done?
I didn't do like 3 every day, but I did sign an ambassador, so I thought that's pretty good, at least for the week.
That's pretty income producing, so yay.
I do the typical. I pass out brochures. I put them at businesses. I try to reach out to people and talk to them on Facebook. I've sent out samples, and I've got some potentials who are really interested in the business yet and are still interested in others interested in purchasing products. So I'm working on them.
All right,
Good for you.
Yep, very good.
Well, I had one person who I was trying to get to purchase it, and they had went to the doctor, and the doctor told them that in most of our ingredients, the alpha, I can't read it, I don't know how you say it.
Lipoic acid
causes liver damage. So I went on Google and was trying to find just anything about it, and everything I found, it was all positive. I couldn't find anything, just searching.
Yeah.
That states it causes liver damage. Everything says it benefits the liver.
Right.
So
there's nothing that I've ever heard of that it causes liver damage. Ever.
I'm thinking the doctor was just trying to shy him away from taking it.
Yep. There are ones out there like that, unfortunately.
So just made it sound like our products were terrible.
Right. So then direct that person and tell them to do some research themselves or to talk to the pharmacist.
Yeah.
But when I talked to her, it was just like, I wasn't going to push.
Right.
Because she's a doctor and you're not a doctor.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just tell, it's like, don't even go there. They were pretty adamant, and it was like, leave it be. And but I guess the idea is I did do some search on one of the ingredients, so that's always.
Well, what you could do is you could post stuff on your Facebook page about that ingredient, and if she reads about it.
No, she's not a Facebook person.
Oh. Send her.
Well, they won't see it. But it probably wouldn't hurt to still do that.
Right. No, it wouldn't.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. It is.
I could just say somebody made a comment about, or something, it's like, did some research on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
That's a very good idea.
Oh, and like another thing that I was doing was also keeping in contact with my current customers, because they don't always contact you to tell you how they're doing. So I contacted one of my customers who's been on products for a couple weeks, and she was having, she wasn't feeling like she was getting the results that on it, and her husband is losing some weight and she's not. And I'm like, but you just started. I said, you're still balancing out and stuff like that. Don't give up. It's not a now. So, when,
Sorry.
so when I was talking to her, I just, she's like, thank you for saying that. She's like, because I was getting discouraged. And I'm like, anytime you need to talk about anything, I'm like, I'll be checking on you a while to see how things are going.
Yeah. Yeah. The fortunes and the follow-up, as Helen always says. So following up with customers is extremely important. So I did the same thing this week, followed up with almost all my customers.
And it shows you care too.
Yep.
You're not just out for yourself making money.
Right. Yep. All right. So number 3, address your weakness and how you're improving and working on it this week. Anybody address a weakness this week?
I did, because I didn't follow up with an old potential customer. I just found out I lost her to one of our other ambassadors.
Oh no!
That we have, because it's someone that like a kind of customer. She kind of has fluctuated, but she has talked to me and someone else, and I seriously just found out. That's why I was a little late to the meeting, that I just lost her to another ambassador, because another ambassador reached out to her about, or she and another ambassador somehow talked. I still don't know the whole story. I haven't read my whole message yet on Facebook, but they're going to do swap parties. So somehow they communicated, and the girl has another business and she does parties, and her and one of our other ambassadors talked about, oh, well, if you do a party for me, I'll do a party for you. So because she was a potential that kept showing interest, and I actually just reached out to her like 3 weeks ago about something else that we have in common. That's how I met her. And I just said, hey, by the way, I can't go to this, but I want, tell me when the next one is. I really want to go. I'm going to be out of town for my Easter. And she's like, oh, okay. And I meant to say, and I also really want to talk about, doing a swap party. And I think it would be a great idea, because she had mentioned something on Facebook a while ago, just in general. I mean, she had put it out there about if anyone's ever interested in that. But I made a point to say, I wanted to say something, and I didn't, because I knew I just had a busy schedule coming up. Well, one of the other ambassadors reached out to me today to let me know that they're doing a swap party with her. And I was like, okay. And and I knew she was kind of like right on that line, because she had communicated with both of us. And so now I know I just lost her. And the people that she is going, there's a huge following. I am going to be missing out on a lot of potential customers, because she has a huge following of friends. That I would normally meet in this other situation that I know her from. And I've been waiting to get to this other situation. And it's just presenting itself, and now I'm going to be too late.
Oh, no. Oh.
So it really stinks. So there's a weakness, not following up on potentials. Even though she's been a potential for a year and a half. I've been working on her for a year and a half. And now I just lost I might not have lost, her, I don't know if she's ever going to commit to Plexus, but I lost anyone that could come from her.
Right.
So.
Well, maybe not. You never know. If you still connect with her, it still might work out for something. So. Anybody else have any other weaknesses that they addressed?
Well, I'm always, I always go by the philosophy that, the worst somebody can say is no, but I am still scared of no. So when I go and I try and I feel like I have a little anxiety about something I'm thinking about doing, to push my business farther, to talk to somebody about it that I think that would give me a no or something like that. I try and get that out of my head, push through it, and I try and make myself do what's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you know, and not to, you know, it's forcing myself to grow is what it is.
Athena.
So,
Athena.
like you know, like with the videos and stuff like that. I wanted to post another video. It's been a little crazy, and I haven't gotten to it yet. But like my heart races like crazy when I'm starting to make a video and stuff like that. And I don't know why. It's not like somebody can reach into my phone and like beat the crap out of me because they don't like what I say. You know, it's not like somebody can smack me through my video.
Right.
So I know why. It's just one of those things, you know, you just got to get past yourself.
Yep.
Right. And I think you do a good job with those videos. I think it makes it more real, and I think you're able to show real emotion and real circumstances. You know, like someone gave me a very hard time about that one video that I posted, and my hair is a disaster. When I was like, you know, like healthy food's gone bad.
Yeah.
And I really thought about it, and then I'm like, no, I don't care. I'm not going to, they thought I should take it down because they thought it was really unprofessional. And I was like, no, it's pretty real. This is what I look like all day long. And even though when I go out, I want to portray plexus positive, there's plenty of times I wear my plexus hat and I got my little tank top on and I got my yoga pants on and I'm picking up Athena, and I'm like, I don't have to look perfect all the time. You know, I'm not wearing pajamas, but you know, you're making it real. You know, I'm still a mom and I'm still a working mom, and you're doing those videos. And even if you say a word, you know, wrong or you pronounce something wrong, you're making it real. And you're not just doing a post where someone's looking at, a same old thing, and they're scrolling through it. Most people will watch videos. Have you looked at how many likes and how many views you have on those videos?
And that's why I keep pushing myself to do it, and that's why I started doing it, because I know that I'm even that type of person that if I see something that's really long, even if I'm interested in it, I'll scroll past it because I'm like, I don't have time for that. But if it's a video, and if it's not too lengthy, I'll be like, okay, I'm interested. I'll watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to read it.
Right. And from different videos that I've watched, and I mean, there's a few people that I'll watch and they'll have long videos and I'll still watch them. But I guess if just like, you know, if you guys post something, I watch your videos, but I mean, just other people in general, I've pretty much learned that if I come to a video and it's like 2.5 minutes, I'll watch it, and anything over that, I'll watch part of it. I'm like, okay, pause, done. And I'll go.
That's what I do too, I think. If it's over 2 or 3 minutes, I don't finish them usually.
Right.
Yep. And that's why I try and keep them short and sweet and to the point, you know?
Yep. Very good.
So, like, I like looking and finding stuff that's really informative, and then I'll print it off of my computer and I'll set it there and I'll read from it. I'll practice reading from it first because I don't like messing up every word.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I get it down, and then I'll record it.
You know, you can re-record your videos, right, before you post them.
I
like
do that
15 times.
Oh yeah, I do that a lot. And then my kids will come in and all of a sudden Riker will be like, ah! You know, they're like, okay. Or, you know, Mackenzie will start walking, mama, mama, mama. Okay, gotta redo it.
Heather, I loved your video with when you did the yogurt and the tuna and all that, because it was something you discovered at that moment, and it made me change what I was doing.
I did. I was seriously making lunch, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding, because Zoe was with me, and she wanted something, and I'm like, I want that. And I'm like, no, it has too much sugar. I'm going to have some yogurt and some tuna. She had Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm like, I want Honey Nut Cheerios. And I didn't have it because I wanted yogurt and tuna. And so it was kind of funny. I was like, Zoe, go get my phone. We're making a video. But thank you.
Yeah, very good. All right. Pat, did you have any weakness that you addressed this week?
Well, it's just the listening I had put, like
Yeah.
to just try and, so when you're doing something to really just stop and listen, not just like when I met with Melanie this week, it's like, don't just rattle on about Plexus, stop and let them tell you what they're looking for,
Yeah.
and you only get to do that just by practicing. It's just
Right.
making that kind of effort to
Yeah.
not keep
Good for
talking.
you.
Yeah. Very good. All right. So number 4, answer the following question. What is Plexus?
I always answer people that Plexus, that we have awesome body balancing products.
Oh, that's good. Yep.
That's a good one.
I like watching, what's her name? Michelle something, I think. She's a Diamond Ambassador.
Michelle Thomas.
No, not Michelle Thomas.
Thomas.
Maybe it's somebody else. Ashley. I think it was Ashley.
Oh, okay. Yep. I think there's an Ashley.
She has a couple short videos on YouTube, and one of her things is that she talks about how Plexus is a body balancing product. And I'm like, I really like that because that's what our products really are. I mean, your body's out of whack, and we're trying to get it back to where it should be.
Yep. That's really good.
I guess when people always ask me what Plexus is, and I do have to tweak it a little bit because of our new compliance.
Mm-hmm.
But I struggled for a year trying to get like that elevator speech, down pat. And now I kind of got it to, when people say what's Plexus, I just say, okay, you know what? First, let me tell you what Plexus did. I said, it's a drink. I said its main product is a drink. And I said, then it has some supplements, but let me tell you what it did for me. So I just kind of tell them like what it is. Well, I say Plexus Slim is their main product and it's a drink. And then they have some, pills that they work with it, but let me tell you what it did for me. And I start into that. And I just say, I had chronic back pain, was on Vicodin for 10 years. Not anymore. I had brittle hair. Not anymore. I had a horrible complexion. Not anymore. I could eat a meal and look like I was 3 months pregnant. Not anymore. Sugar cravings. I put frosting in my coffee. Not anymore. I actually drank black coffee this weekend. On Saturday, we fasted all day long, and I drank black coffee. And we knew we were going to, I was up over 24 hours, so I was drinking coffee left and right. And I drank black coffee, something I've never, ever done in my life. We were out of cream, and I took 2 Slim that day, and I just didn't want the sugar at all. I didn't want it at all. I had no taste for it. Wow. Which is really weird for me because I still like sugar. But that's what I've started doing about what is Plexus, is I start telling people what it did for me. I give them a brief thing of, it's a health drink with some supplements. But the body balancing drink is it's really good. That, I know I have to tweak it because I used chronic pain. I used Candida. I used thyroid, about my thyroid storm, which I learned is actually a diagnosis, so I can't use that anymore. And so I have to change that. I'll have to incorporate body balancing because that is really good.
That is a good one, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Pat, how about you?
Well, I don't really have a good... I need to work on that elevator.
Now you do. Now you got a good word for it, body balancing.
Because I usually always say health and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good too.
But, yeah. But then I like to, just promote it being a good company, that's, And then I always seem to add in that I like the idea they say faith, family, and then Plexus. Don't,
right.
It's more than just the products.
Yeah. Okay, good. And did you guys look at the Maxwell minutes this week? Did you join the johnmaxwellteam.com?
I didn't join it, but I did look at the YouTube videos.
Okay.
I didn't get that far, and I didn't get that far down on our list to even know that we were
Okay.
talking about that.
Okay. So if you can this week, I want you guys to go to johnmaxwellteam.com, and he's got a Maxwell Minute thing that you can sign up for, and he emails that to you every day. And it's just a really short 2 or 3 minute video that he does on something, like confidence or something. He'll do a short little video on it. So go out there and sign up for that. Like I
What
said,
is it?
it's called the johnmaxwellteam.com, and it's the Maxwell Minute.
Okay.
So,
I
yeah.
wrote the 3 words that I got on there.
Okay.
Would you want to hear it or no?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I did. The first word was vision, and a brief thing about it. Leaders have vision, and you follow a leader who has a dream and has a vision. Take the vision from me. Don't just make it about you. Make it a we dream. So it's not just a vision about me. It's a vision about we, as in us.
Right.
And we'll climb the mountain together. And then the next word was service. Leaders serve. We are servants to other people. Just like Jesus showed the example where he led by example. I mean, when he would wipe his servants' feet. I mean, and he told them, do this to others. So he was a servant of God, the Lord, and he showed that he is a leader by serving others. And then balance. Our lives are out of balance. Strive for balance. And when you're out of balance, try to swing into balance. Keep control of your calendar. You try to keep control of it. But he also talked about, that you will swing out. Like, there are times when you have to swing out towards your family, but then you have to swing back in for your business too. So it's just, he's like, it's a pendulum.
Good.
And it was
That's
very
pretty good. I like the swinging back towards family. Or back towards work. I'm severely swung towards the family thing right now. I really need to swing back forth. I'm on this site and I can't find where it says join the minutes.
It's up on top. It says something minute. I forget exactly what it says, but it says something minute. There's like little words that scroll across the top there.
I have success does not just happen, it's learned. Rush to success. Rush listeners, click here to see your exclusive offer. That's it. I'll have to try again later.
Yeah, keep looking.
All right.
I know it is there.
Sorry.
And that's all that I really had on that.
Okay.
They are very quick videos.
Yep. Yeah, and they're short and simple, and they're
positive to the point and inspiring.
Yep, they are. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like John Maxwell. He's very good, very, very, very inspiring. So, all right. So then, number 6, share the scariest thing you did this week and what got you out of your comfort zone. What was the scariest thing?
You don't want to know the scariest thing I did this week.
You probably don't.
But I did talk to someone about Plexus. I only talked to one person about Plexus, and it was at church. when we're in Pascha service and Athena is crying. And it's like 12 o'clock at night because her ears hurt. And I went downstairs and I was in a new church and I was totally lost. And it's a huge church and I couldn't find the kitchen to crush up her medication. And there's this lady standing there and I'm like, do you know where the bathroom is or the kitchen is? And she's like, no. She's like, I have a horrible migraine and I'm just trying to find the kitchen also to see if there's any aspirin or something in there. And I just looked at her, I go, I don't have aspirin, but I have a Plexus Slim. You should take this. It helps for headaches. And I said, and here, if you want more, here's my brochure. I go mix it with a bottle of water or some water and it'll help your headache. And she's like, okay. She walked away. And I was like, okay, we'll see how it goes. I handed her my brochure, my card, and Athena's like, oh, my ears.
Oh.
That was that I happened to have my purse with me. So I was like, woohoo. And I had a Plexus Slim right there and my stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty good.
I was like, yeah, just right in the middle of church while Athena's crying. And I was like, yeah, that's probably just, I mean, it was seriously 30 seconds I talked with her.
Oh.
And she could have thought I was crazy because we're in the middle of Pascha service and I'm like promoting something, but oh well.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else? Scary thing this week?
Not really.
Not really scary. I went to a garage sale and I bought a bag it's a 31 bag, but I was like, ooh, that's totally my business bag. And my brochures fit perfectly in the pockets. And when I walk around, my brochures are sticking out. And I'll go to Walmart and I'll purposely do this. I'll set my bag up on the thing when you're checking out. And, you know, that little where you like write your checkbook out if you which is annoying when people do that because it takes forever. But anyways, I set it there and I've had a lot of the cash register people be like, oh, what is that? And, you know, they'll be like, oh, can I have a brochure? Yeah, sure. Take one.
Oh, really?
So it's been working out pretty good. I took a picture of it. I'll have to post it. You guys can see it. And my mother-in-law saw it when I had it sitting up on my coffee bar when she walked in. And she goes, wow. She goes, that's really nice. It's really professional. She's like, I need a bag like that.
Oh, nice.
Good for you.
Yeah, very good.
It's not really scary. I mean, I kind of feel like, you know, I'm walking around being like very advertising, but, you know, it's kind of how else am I going to, you know, break the ice and show people. You know, I'm wearing the gear, but not everybody's going to be like, what's that? You know, people more or less mind their own business and they don't want to step out and be like, hey, I'm curious, what is that? You know, but if I have brochures there, some people will be like, can I have one of those?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's good.
and it makes them visible.
Yep. Pat, do you have anything scary you want to share or not really?
Not really.
Okay.
Just scary thing is getting a wedding planned in 2 months, but
Yeah, that's scary. Okay, so number 7, did you all get to read your 2 hours this week?
No.
No.
That one I did not.
Okay.
I did some reading, not a lot.
Okay. And what book are you reading? Are you still, you're not doing the,
I'm still with that Facebook.
The Facebook one?
They've
Okay.
got interviews in the back there that I'm
Okay.
reading. They've got different people just with their own business, what they've
yeah.
done, and you know, there was a lot of creating balance and time management. You know, find out what people want and help them get there. And then like Heather said, it's that follow-up system. It said that the one I was reading about. It's like have a follow-up system. Keep track of all who you talk to, all your leads. You know, and it can take a long time for something to happen. But you got to keep following up because they didn't say no.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, and I just read the line. It says you miss out if you do not follow up.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
So,
That happens. All right. And number 8, did you leave Plexus info in a business? I know, Jolene, I think you already talked about how you did. So,
no.
Pat, how about you? No. Heather, not really?
I think I did. Oh, this thing keeps opening. I think I did. Where did I go? Oh, I did at the hospital at St. Catherine's. Because Athena and I sat in the waiting room for an hour, and they have a thing there, and I put a couple business cards and brochures up there.
Good. Good.
It's just in the waiting room, and yeah, I put some right up there.
Yep, good. When you go to doctor appointments and, dentist appointments, take one of our Success from Home catalogs or our regular catalog and leave it in the magazine racks or something. That's always a good.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of something. I had watched a video, brief video, I forget when, and I can't remember who, but she was talking about follow-up. It might have been something Mary posted, or it might have been something Maureen posted. I don't know. But it was talking about follow-up, and it was also saying that even if you have a customer that you're trying to follow up with, but you don't want to seem like you're bugging them because they kind of don't talk back to you when you're asking them how it's going and stuff like that. They kind of seem to avoid you. Just kind of you put a post out there, a message saying, hey, I'm just touching base with anybody that I've contacted with Plexus about. This isn't, just a general email, so it's not just directed to that person.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good way of doing it too. Yeah. That way you break the ice a little easier and not make it look like you're singling them out. So yeah, it's a good approach. Yeah.
Well, I have someone who purchased retail from me, and I'm kind of having that issue. She purchased retail, and then I know that she's running out of stuff because it's been over a month.
Yeah.
She ordered the triplex. So I know that because, when I had contacted her when it was close to the end of her month's supply, I said to her, I'm like, well, you can get another 60-day, you order another set of products, you still get a 60-day on those products. I'm like, and I said to her that I'm like, well, how's it going with it? And she just kind of went, oh, it's going okay. She didn't really I couldn't get a conversation going with her. And I even tried to get more personal and ask how she's doing, but she kept it short and sweet. And it's kind of really hard to talk to someone when they don't give you any feedback.
Right. Right. One of the suggestions that I heard today was always leave your message with a question, because it makes them have to answer you again. I know some people that doesn't always work because
I did that.
Message after message after message, and they no reply at all. So, but that is a good suggestion to always make sure you're ending with a question.
What's wrong?
That makes them, want to reply back to
Are you sure?
Well, and I would do that too. I would reply, or I would end with a question, and then she'd keep it really short and simple, and then I'd have to try and come up with something.
Yeah, to ask again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult.
It makes the thing pulling teeth come to life. It's like pulling teeth. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. And I'm just trying to have a conversation with you, and I'm not, and it wasn't all about Plexus either. And I'm like, oh Lord.
Right.
I mean, it was exhausting.
Yeah.
Yep, I bet. Okay, we're almost done. We have number 9, make a video of you sharing your why, which I know we've talked about that in the past. I think most of us have shared our video of our why.
Not me.
Except
I gotta
for
get over
Pat.
that fear too.
But now we probably I know I probably have to do mine again because it's non-compliant.
That's true.
And even like that testimony, it's non-compliant. I just recently,
That's true.
that is something that I did do. I mean, I seriously pulled up my testimony, I want to say Friday while we were driving, and I was jotting notes down saying, okay, I have to redo my testimony. I didn't think of my why video, but I knew I had to redo my testimony video and my statement to make it compliant.
Yep.
Because I want to just on a regular basis post that so that anyone new that comes onto it, my site knows what's going on.
Yep. That's a good idea. Yeah. So Pat, you got your comfort zone. You make that video.
Gotta make a video. I
Gotta
have
make a
done
video.
one, but I never shared it.
Yeah. Well, you got to make it and share it with us. Share it in our group so that just we're the ones that see it.
Yeah, I think I've deleted it.
Make a new one. All right. Last but not least, your people skills are your paycheck. Elaborate on this statement and what does it mean to you?
That's the statement? No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Your people skills are your paycheck. That's the statement.
Well, okay, I'm going to answer good. Follow-up. People skills. That's the basic people skills. And I did not continuously follow up on a person that I knew was on the fence, on a person that I knew had communicated with another ambassador by coincidence, and I just lost a paycheck. I mean, I know even if only one person orders from this group, that's one person. That, Jolene was one person and look what she's doing. I was one person and look what I'm doing. So I just lost a paycheck because I did not have the people skills to follow up. Because that's a follow up and keeping open communication is a huge people skill.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Your guys' turn.
Yep. Anybody else? Pat?
Well, I didn't get down to that one at all, so I didn't know how to,
Okay.
I didn't know how to say it.
Yeah. Anything off the top of your head? What comes to mind when you think about people's skills and how
Well,
important it is?
I didn't want to make it sound like if you can't convince them to buy it, but that didn't sound right,
Yeah.
It's not the right kind of wording, but it's still, if you can't get people interested in the product,
Right.
you're going to lose out as far as a paycheck. So you got to be able to communicate with them to get them interested in. So.
Yep. Jolene?
I thought that for paycheck skills, for me, for the meaning behind it, I was thinking it'd be you really have to care and put your people first. You aren't the priority. They are your paycheck. Your paycheck reflects how you care about your customers.
Mm. Yep. Very good. And it's very true, too. Yep. All right. Well, that's it for this week's homework. This was week 5's homework. So that is it that we have for tonight. I will post the week 6 when we get done with this one. We'll post that. And then as soon as this video gets done doing all of its converting and uploading, then I will post it in the site. Any other comments you guys have about the challenge, about anything else?
I just want to apologize to you guys because I know that like the first 2 weeks I started off really good, and seriously, it's not an excuse because I said a year ago I wasn't going to make excuses, but some things have come up and I keep saying I had to change priorities, and I did. And my PV went way down for what I earned this month. I mean, it almost dropped in half. So I know what I need to do, and there's been kicks in the butts and there's been step backs and there's times that we step forward. This is what this business is about. I will always learn from mistakes I made, and I hope you guys learn from mistakes I made too. That's why I share them. Don't come in contact with norovirus, for instance, is a really good one, okay? But I still think I owe it to the group to say, you know what, I'm sorry, I haven't been 100% there. And just because one of us at one point isn't there doesn't, like Jolene, you know that I haven't been there and you haven't wavered, and I'm really proud of you for that, because you know I haven't been there. And when you reach out to me, you're like, I'm sorry to bother you, because you just know I've just been bombarded lately. And don't ever be afraid to reach out to me, and don't be afraid to say, okay, come on, Heather, you need to at least do this, you know, but also accept my apology and know that I'm getting back on track. And I said that last week, but I really am getting back on track this week.
Well,
I'm not going to get sick again. So I just want to apologize and say thanks for keep trucking on, and thanks for being supportive, and don't ever be afraid to kick one of us in the butt, and don't ever be afraid to pass one of us. So Jolene, keep going. It's a challenge. You should pass me.
Well, it's not that, you know, you didn't ask to get sick.
No.
Well, I know, but like all this other stuff. So
Or your mom's surgery, or the broken foot, or
I know. I mean, and I know that, you know, life happens. I mean, life happens, and I've had to put family first, and I had to put faith first, and then family first. And I understand that, but I still think you guys need a congratulations, and also an apology, and also a way to go. You know, don't let one of us waver, because one of us wavered. Don't be an excuse for you to waver, I guess is what I'm saying. And Jolene, you did a good job of not using it as excuse that your ambassador was like kind of absent. You did really good. So you should be really proud of yourself.
I don't.
Shut up and say you're welcome, or say thank you.
I thank you very much. I don't, you know, I know that you're a busy person, and I'm like, at some points in times, I'm like, okay, you know, I really wish that I could get in touch with Heather a bit better, because I knew that things were going on with you. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do this. And I did contact Mary a few times too when I had some issues. So I don't let obstacles that others have waver what I see in my future.
And good.
That's awesome.
Yep, and that's what I want you to do. I don't want you to be ashamed or worried that, you know, you reached out to Mary or to anyone, or Mary's not going to be worried if you reached out to Maureen or Rob, you know. That's what we're all here for. So good.
And that's what I love about this team. I mean, I love about all of us. I mean, we don't have to worry about that. You know, we're all helping each other.
Right.
And my two ambassadors that aren't as, like, you don't see them posting or you don't see them as active, I do keep in touch with them. Shauna's going through a lot herself right now, health issues wise. Yes. And Trisha's doing really well, actually. She had really good PV last month, and she's got people interested in joining the business. It's just her schedule's a little tougher for her to get on here. But, you know, I've talked to her, and she loves this team and what she sees, and she wants to be more involved, and I try to get her as involved as I can. But she's doing a really good job, too.
Good.
So when I just signed up as an ambassador, they're building a house, her and her husband. She's got 3 little kids, and I think she'll work the business, but with moving in about a month, she says she isn't going to get too started right now.
Right.
Because it's kind of a lot with finishing up with the house, because now you're on that home stretch and then trying to move with 3 little kids.
Yep.
So I says, just get yourself moved, and then you can start focusing on it.
Yep. Very good.
So.
Oh, another thing I wanted to just say is that don't get in your head that somebody can't afford Plexus. you can't think that way because you don't know their situation. And you can't just be like, well, they're always struggling and they can't afford a Plexus. They may find a way to make themselves better and be able to afford it so that they can feel better in their lives.
Yeah.
So, because I've had people, a couple people come over, or I talk to my husband about some people that are interested in Plexus, and he'll be like, well, I don't see them purchasing because I don't think that they can afford it. And I'm like, it doesn't mean we still can't talk about it.
Right.
Right.
Yep. Very good. Yep.
Lots of people find different ways to make things happen in their lives when they have nothing.
Right. Right. Well, look at Alyssa and Ben say that too, that when they started Plexus, they were having a hard time making ends meet. They didn't know how they were going to afford Plexus.
Incorporate it. Yeah.
But they figure out a way. And most of us do that, and I try to tell people that too when I'm talking to them. Don't worry so much about what it's going to cost you right now. Just worry about who you're going to share it with that might, it might help you cover that cost eventually.
Right.
If you can focus on that. But I know, Heather, you look like you need to go.
I am. I'm going to, I feel like I'm going to get sick again. I went to Aiden. I'm just going to have to go.
All right. I'm going to stop recording anyway. So, Good night, everybody. I'll stop the recording.